For this week's digital study tool, it is going to be about the female reproductive system. An overview of what we're going to be talking about is the function of the female reproductive system, the structures of the external genitalia, structures of the internal genitalia, the hormones produced, and the stages of a menstrual cycle. First, the function of the female reproductive system is to produce mature ova, which is eggs, and if fertilization occurs, then it would provide protection and nourishment to the growing fetus until birth. The structures of the external genitalia are the mons pubis, which is a fatty layer of tissue over the pubic synovium, and it has a mound-like shape. The labia majora, which is two folds of skin that arise at the mons pubis that extends back to the fourchette, forming a cleft. This is highly sensitive to temperature, touch, pressure, and pain. The labia minora, which is two smaller, thinner folds of skin that form the clitoral hood and frenulum. The clitoris, which is an innervated erectile organ that is between the labia minora. The vestibula, which is protected by the labia minora, and this contains the urinary meatus in the vaginal orifice. And the perineum, which is an area of subcutaneous tissue between the vaginal orifice and the anus. The structures of the internal genitalia are the vagina, which is an elastic fibromuscular canal in a reproductive aged female. This is typically 9 to 10 centimeters long. The uterus, which is a hollow pear-shaped organ where the lower end opens into the vagina. This provides an optimal environment for ovum and the fetus to develop. The fallopian tubes, which are two tubes that enter the uterus bilaterally beneath the fundus. This is where the ovum travel through them from the ovaries to the uterus. And the ovaries, which are the primary reproductive organs, development and release of female gametes, which are the female eggs. The hormones produced by the female reproductive system are estrogen, which is the maturation of reproductive organs. This provides maintenance of pregnancy and growth. Progesterone, which controls the ovarian menstrual cycle. This is known as the hormone of pregnancy. And testosterone. Testosterone is known for growth, maintenance, and the repair of a woman's reproductive tissues, but there are much smaller quantities of testosterone in a female than versus a male. Stages of a menstrual cycle in the female's reproductive system are first menstruation, which is when the endometrium expels and is discharged through the vagina. The second phase is follicular/proliferative stage, which is the maturation of an ovarian follicle and proliferation of a uterine endometrium occurs. There is an increase of a hormone, FSH, which stimulates the number of follicles, and ovulation, which is the release of ovum, which will start the beginning of a menstrual cycle. And these are my references.